Welcome to Daily Global Motivation Channel. Let's talk today about one of the most powerful skills for success: how to learn faster and achieve more in life. Most people underestimate the value of effective learning, thinking that success comes from talent alone. But millionaires and high achievers know that the ability to acquire knowledge quickly and apply it consistently separates ordinary results from extraordinary outcomes. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video, because the strategies you're about to learn can dramatically increase your productivity, efficiency, and success in every area of life. High performers understand that mastering the art of accelerated learning allows them to achieve more in less time, outperforming competitors and reaching goals faster. Ordinary people often waste hours on passive or inefficient learning methods that produce minimal results, while successful individuals structure their learning for maximum absorption, retention, and application. Every concept learned, skill acquired, or insight gained compounds over time, creating massive advantages in work, business, and personal development. Thinking like a high achiever means not only consuming information, but actively applying it to generate measurable outcomes. By the end of this video, you will understand how to optimize your learning process, retain knowledge efficiently, and convert every lesson into action that drives success. Learning faster is not about rushing, but about strategic focus, structured habits, and deliberate practice, which can transform your potential into tangible results. The first principle is clarity of purpose and defining learning goals. High achievers never learn aimlessly. They identify exactly what knowledge or skills will bring the most value to their goals, career, or life vision. Ordinary people often consume information randomly, jumping from topic to topic without understanding the relevance or impact, which leads to wasted time and effort. Successful individuals set clear learning objectives, mapping out what to study, when, and how to apply it effectively. Every focused learning session compounds knowledge, skill, and confidence, accelerating progress toward achievement. Thinking like a high achiever means asking, "What do I need to learn to achieve my goals faster?" and structuring study around actionable outcomes rather than curiosity alone. Ordinary learners often lack this intentionality, leaving potential untapped. High achievers prioritize learning that produces tangible results, whether in business, personal growth, or professional skill development. Every goal-directed session strengthens understanding, reinforces discipline, and produces measurable outcomes. By aligning learning with specific objectives, they maximize the return on time invested. Ordinary people may drift aimlessly through courses, books, or videos without application. Every focused learning habit compounds knowledge into capability and opportunity. By mastering goal, learning habit compounds knowledge into capability and opportunity. By mastering goal-oriented learning, you turn every hour into progress, efficiency, and achievement. Another essential principle is active learning and application. Millionaires and high achievers know that knowledge alone is not power. Applied knowledge creates results, income, and influence. Ordinary people often passively read, watch, or listen without implementing what they've learned, limiting retention and impact. Wealthy minds take notes, summarize, practice, teach, or apply insights immediately to reinforce understanding and cement skills. Every active application strengthens memory, accelerates comprehension, and transforms information into usable results. Thinking like a high achiever means moving from consumption to execution, converting theory into measurable outcomes. Ordinary learners may retain bits of information, but without application, the knowledge rarely produces results. High performers integrate learned concepts into daily routines, projects, or experiments, ensuring skills grow and compound. Every implementation creates experience, mastery, and confidence that accelerates future learning. By applying knowledge consistently, they turn abstract ideas into concrete results, opportunities, and growth. Ordinary people often postpone application, reducing effectiveness and slowing progress. Every habit of active practice compounds into faster learning, skill mastery, and achievement. By mastering active learning, you ensure every lesson accelerates success and drives tangible results. Another critical factor is leveraging meta-learning techniques. High achievers understand that learning how to learn is as important as the knowledge itself. Ordinary people often focus solely on content without considering the methods, strategies, or frameworks that optimize retention and speed. Millionaires analyze, experiment, and refine their learning strategies, using techniques like spaced repetition, mind mapping, summarization, and interleaving to accelerate mastery. Every refined method compounds learning speed, comprehension, and recall, producing extraordinary results over time. Thinking like a high achiever means continually improving your learning efficiency, not just accumulating information. Ordinary learners may stick to traditional or passive approaches, limiting their capacity to absorb complex concepts quickly. High performers approach learning scientifically, optimizing techniques for maximum retention and minimal wasted effort. Every meta-learning habit strengthens focus, cognitive efficiency, and ability to achieve more in less time. By mastering how to learn, they convert hours into accelerated results, skills, and opportunities. Ordinary people may underestimate the power of process optimization in learning. Every strategic improvement compounds, producing faster comprehension, better memory, and higher performance. By applying meta-learning principles, you transform ordinary study into an accelerated path to achievement. Finally, high achievers understand the importance of environment, focus, and minimizing distractions. They know that learning efficiency is directly influenced by surroundings, mental clarity, and attention management. Ordinary people often attempt to study amidst noise, multitasking, or constant interruptions, which drastically reduces retention and comprehension. Wealthy minds create focused environments, remove distractions, and schedule dedicated learning periods that maximize concentration and absorption. Every session of undisturbed focus compounds knowledge, skill, and application potential. Thinking like a high achiever means treating attention as your most valuable resource, protecting it rigorously to accelerate learning outcomes. Ordinary learners may underestimate the cognitive cost of distractions, wasting hours without meaningful progress. High performers leverage techniques like the Pomodoro method, deep work blocks, or environmental cues to maintain sustained attention. Every focused period compounds understanding, skill development, and actionable knowledge. By mastering attention and focus, they ensure that every learning session produces maximum results. Ordinary people often fail to schedule, prioritize, or protect time, reducing efficiency and success. Every disciplined habit of focused learning compounds, producing faster comprehension, skill mastery, and achievement. By controlling environment and focus, you transform learning into a powerful accelerator for personal and financial success. Another essential principle is creating daily learning habits and routines. High achievers know that consistency compounds results over time, turning small daily efforts into extraordinary mastery. Ordinary people often study sporadically, relying on bursts of motivation, which leads to inconsistent progress and slower growth. Wealthy minds schedule dedicated learning sessions, set clear goals for each session, and track their progress meticulously to ensure continuous improvement. Every habitual session reinforces discipline, focus, and retention, turning learning into an automatic and reliable process. Thinking like a high achiever means embedding learning into your daily routine, ensuring that knowledge accumulation is consistent, measurable, and aligned with your long-term goals. Ordinary individuals may attempt large, irregular study periods which are unsustainable and inefficient. High performers optimize habit frequency, duration, and timing to leverage peak mental energy for maximum absorption. Every consistent habit compounds over time, producing faster comprehension, skill acquisition, and actionable knowledge. By building structured learning routines, they automate success and reduce reliance on willpower alone. Ordinary people often leave learning to chance or whim, which limits potential. Every repeated, disciplined session compounds, producing mastery, confidence, and measurable achievement. By mastering daily learning habits, you ensure that knowledge accumulates rapidly and produces tangible results. Another critical factor is focused attention and eliminating distractions. High achievers understand that the quality of learning is more important than the quantity of time spent studying. Ordinary people often multitask, scroll social media, or allow interruptions, which drastically reduces comprehension and retention. Millionaires create environments optimized for concentration, using tools, schedules, or dedicated spaces to minimize distractions. Every period of deep focus compounds understanding, reinforces memory, and strengthens application skills. Thinking like a high achiever means treating attention as your most valuable resource, protecting it rigorously to accelerate learning outcomes. Ordinary learners may underestimate the cognitive cost of interruptions, losing hours without meaningful results. High performers use techniques like time blocking, Pomodoro sessions, or noise-canceling environments to maintain sustained attention. Every focused session compounds knowledge, skill, and confidence, producing faster results and mastery. By mastering attention, they ensure that every study or practice session produces maximum output. Ordinary individuals may fail to shield themselves from external or internal distractions, limiting comprehension. Every disciplined habit of concentrated learning compounds, producing higher efficiency, faster skill development, and accelerated achievement. By controlling focus, you turn ordinary study into a supercharged engine for knowledge and success. Another essential principle is active recall and application of learned knowledge. High achievers know that learning is not complete until knowledge is applied. Practiced or taught as passive reading or listening rarely produces long-term retention. Ordinary people often consume information without testing themselves or practicing, which results in poor memory and ineffective skill acquisition. Millionaires use methods like self-quizzing, teaching others, practical exercises, and real-world application to reinforce learning. Every instance of active recall strengthens neural pathways, deepens understanding, and accelerates mastery. Thinking like a high achiever means turning knowledge into actionable skills, experiences, and measurable outcomes. Ordinary learners may wait until later to apply what they've learned, reducing retention and effectiveness. High performers integrate learning into projects, problem solving, or personal development exercises to maximize utility. Every habit of active application compounds knowledge into capability, confidence, and high performance. By applying what you learn immediately, they convert information into results, opportunities, and competitive advantage. Ordinary individuals may leave knowledge dormant, missing chances to leverage it effectively. Every session of practice, recall, or teaching reinforces learning exponentially. By mastering active recall, you accelerate comprehension, mastery, and achievement across every area of life. Another critical factor is using visualization, mind mapping, and mental rehearsal. Millionaires understand that the brain retains information faster when it is organized visually, linked to emotions, and rehearsed mentally for practical application. Ordinary people often study passively without connecting concepts or practicing mentally, which slows retention and comprehension. High achievers use techniques like visual notes, diagrams, mental walkthroughs, and scenario rehearsal to strengthen understanding and recall. Every visual and mental exercise compounds knowledge retention, problem-solving ability, and rapid application. Thinking like a high achiever means engaging multiple senses and cognitive pathways to accelerate learning and Maximize efficiency. Ordinary learners may rely solely on reading or listening, which limits memory and slows skill development. High performers create mental frameworks that connect concepts, simplify complexity, and allow faster retrieval. Every habit of visualization or mental rehearsal strengthens memory, comprehension, and decision-making speed. By practicing mentally, they prepare for real-life application, problem-solving, and performance excellence. Ordinary people may ignore the power of imagination in learning, reducing effectiveness. Every reinforced mental practice compounds, producing faster understanding, better retention, and higher achievement. By mastering visualization, mind mapping, and mental rehearsal, you accelerate learning and amplify results in every endeavor. Finally, high achievers understand the importance of rest, reflection, and consolidation in learning. They know that the brain needs time to process, store, and integrate new knowledge to retain it long term. Ordinary people often cram, overwork, or ignore breaks, which diminishes memory and cognitive performance. Millionaires schedule reflection periods, review notes, summarize key concepts, and take adequate rest to allow consolidation of information. Every rest and reflection period compounds learning, deepens understanding, and strengthens recall. Thinking like a high achiever means balancing intense study with recovery, reflection, and integration, ensuring maximum efficiency. Ordinary learners may skip reflection, thinking time equals productivity, but this undermines long-term retention. High performers recognize that consolidation transforms temporary knowledge into lasting skill and actionable insight. Every habit of reflection compounds memory, comprehension, and ability to apply knowledge effectively. By integrating rest, review, and reflection, they optimize learning speed and effectiveness. Ordinary people may overemphasize volume over quality, reducing results. Every well-timed consolidation strengthens cognitive efficiency, accelerates skill mastery, and multiplies achievement. By mastering reflection and recovery as part of your learning habit, you ensure faster, deeper, and more impactful results. Another essential principle is breaking complex concepts into manageable chunks. High achievers understand that attempting to absorb everything at once leads to overwhelm, confusion, and slow progress. Ordinary people often tackle large subjects without structure, which reduces comprehension and retention. Millionaires use the technique of chunking, dividing information into smaller, digestible pieces that can be mastered sequentially and then integrated into the bigger picture. Every chunk mastered compounds understanding, confidence, and skill, accelerating the overall learning process. Thinking like a high achiever means approaching complex knowledge systematically, ensuring that each component is understood thoroughly before moving forward. Ordinary learners may rush, skip details, or attempt shortcuts, leading to gaps in comprehension and inefficient learning. High performers prioritize clarity, building a solid foundation for faster acquisition of advanced skills. Every chunk reinforced compounds into mastery, producing faster application and measurable results. By mastering chunking, they transform overwhelming tasks into manageable steps, ensuring consistent progress. Ordinary people may underestimate the value of systematic breakdown, slowing achievement. Every structured learning habit compounds knowledge, efficiency, and ability to solve problems. By mastering chunking techniques, you accelerate learning and maximize performance across any domain. Another critical factor is interleaving and mixing practice across subjects or skills. Millionaires understand that practicing different but related skills in rotation improves retention, problem solving, and application. Ordinary learners often focus on one topic in isolation, which slows understanding and limits transfer of knowledge. High achievers intentionally mix topics, exercises, or skills, creating mental flexibility and deep comprehension. Every interleaved session strengthens connections between concepts, accelerating learning speed and enhancing adaptability. Thinking like a high achiever means designing practice sessions that challenge the brain, forcing it to recall, apply, and connect multiple ideas simultaneously. Ordinary individuals may repeat the same type of exercise over and over, reinforcing only narrow understanding. Millionaires leverage interleaving to build robust mental models, enabling faster decision-making and application in varied scenarios. Every interleaved practice compounds learning efficiency, memory retention, and skill mastery. By mixing practice strategically, they accelerate progress, build resilience, and enhance performance under pressure. Ordinary people may underestimate the cognitive benefits of varied practice, reducing learning effectiveness. Every session of interleaving compounds ability, understanding, and problem-solving skill. By mastering this technique, you learn faster, retain more, and achieve higher results across multiple areas. Another essential principle is leveraging spaced repetition for maximum memory retention. High achievers know that reviewing knowledge at optimal intervals ensures long-term recall and prevents forgetting. Ordinary learners often cram or review haphazardly, which produces short-term retention but fails to create lasting knowledge. Millionaires use tools, schedules, or memory systems to revisit information at intervals that optimize retention and reinforce memory. PATHWAYS. Every spaced repetition compounds knowledge retention, comprehension, and readiness for application. Thinking like a high achiever means planning review sessions strategically, allowing the brain to encode information into long-term memory. Ordinary individuals may fail to review consistently, wasting the time invested in initial learning. High performers integrate spaced repetition into daily routines, ensuring that learning compounds and becomes permanent. Every repeated review strengthens memory, speed of recall, and mastery of skills. By applying spaced repetition, they accelerate learning efficiency and maximize output from each study session. Ordinary people may rely solely on initial exposure, limiting retention and long-term achievement. Every habit of strategic review compounds knowledge into actionable expertise and confidence. By mastering spaced repetition, you ensure faster learning, deeper comprehension, and superior performance. Another critical factor is active questioning and critical thinking. Millionaires understand that asking the right questions stimulates deeper understanding, uncovers patterns, and accelerates problem solving. Ordinary learners often passively accept information without challenging, analyzing, or questioning it, which reduces comprehension and critical application. High achievers actively interrogate new knowledge, seeking underlying principles, practical applications, and connections to prior understanding. Every question asked and answered compounds reasoning ability, retention, and practical insight. Thinking like a high achiever means approaching every topic with curiosity, skepticism, and intent to apply knowledge strategically. Ordinary individuals may memorize facts without understanding context or relevance, limiting the value of their learning. Millionaires integrate questioning as a daily habit, transforming passive information into actionable strategies and skills. Every habit of critical inquiry compounds intelligence, decision-making speed, and ability to solve complex problems. By asking the right questions, they accelerate understanding, improve performance, and achieve results faster. Ordinary people may hesitate to question, missing opportunities for insight and mastery. Every practice of active thinking compounds mental agility, problem-solving capacity, and achievement. By mastering questioning and critical thinking, you transform learning into a powerful tool for faster results and higher success. Finally, high achievers understand the power of teaching and sharing knowledge. They know that explaining concepts to others reinforces understanding, uncovers gaps in comprehension, and accelerates mastery. Ordinary learners often consume knowledge passively, missing the compounding benefits of teaching or sharing insights. Millionaires actively mentor, discuss, or present learned material to peers, colleagues, or communities, turning learning into action and impact. Every instance of teaching strengthens retention, comprehension, and practical application of knowledge. Thinking like a high achiever means using every opportunity to articulate, explain, or demonstrate learning, reinforcing mastery and skill. Ordinary people may avoid teaching, fearing mistakes or judgment, limiting growth potential. High performers integrate teaching as a daily or weekly habit, producing faster learning, higher confidence, and stronger cognitive connections. Every habit of sharing knowledge compounds understanding, skill, and influence. By teaching others, they transform passive knowledge into active competence, preparing for real-world application. Ordinary individuals may overlook this strategy, missing opportunities to accelerate results. Every teaching habit compounds expertise, retention, and performance. By mastering the art of sharing knowledge, you learn faster, achieve more, and create lasting impact in every endeavor. Another essential principle is leveraging multiple learning modalities. High achievers know that combining visual, auditory, reading, writing, and kinesthetic methods accelerates comprehension, retention, and application. Ordinary learners often rely on a single method, such as reading alone, which slows mastery and limits understanding. Millionaires integrate videos, podcasts, hands-on exercises, note-taking, diagrams, and real-world experimentation to engage multiple senses and brain pathways. Every multimodal habit compounds understanding, memory retention, and problem-solving ability. Thinking like a high achiever means identifying which methods complement your learning style, while maximizing speed and effectiveness. Ordinary individuals may stick to familiar approaches, missing opportunities for accelerated results. High performers experiment with diverse learning channels, reinforcing concepts through repetition, active engagement, and practical application. Every use of multiple modalities strengthens neural connections, enhances recall, and produces faster mastery. By engaging the brain in diverse ways, they convert effort into results more efficiently than passive learners. Ordinary people may rely on single-source learning, limiting comprehension and output. Every multimodal habit compounds into expertise, speed, and practical application. By mastering multiple learning modalities, you achieve faster results, retain knowledge longer, and increase performance across any field. Another critical factor is environmental optimization for peak cognitive performance. Millionaires understand that surroundings, energy, and mental state directly influence learning speed and retention. Ordinary learners often study amidst distractions, clutter, or inconsistent schedules, which reduces efficiency and absorption. High achievers create environments that optimize focus, creativity, and motivation, using quiet spaces, minimal distractions, natural light, and designated learning periods. Every optimized environment compounds comprehension, memory, and application potential. Thinking like a high achiever means deliberately designing conditions that support accelerated learning and consistent performance. Ordinary individuals may neglect their physical and mental surroundings, limiting the quality of every session. Millionaires schedule learning during peak energy times, maintain organization, and eliminate unnecessary interruptions. Every controlled environment reinforces focus, efficiency, and measurable results. By creating supportive conditions, they turn ordinary study into a high-yield learning experience. Ordinary people may attempt learning under chaos or distraction, reducing output. Every habit of environmental optimization compounds knowledge, focus, and skill acquisition. By mastering your environment, you accelerate learning speed, enhance clarity, and achieve more in less time. Another essential principle is self-assessment and feedback integration. High achievers know that reflection, testing, and feedback are critical to identify gaps, correct mistakes, and accelerate mastery. Ordinary learners often assume they understand material without verifying comprehension, which slows progress and produces errors. Millionaires actively test themselves, seek external feedback, and adjust strategies based on results, ensuring rapid improvement and effective retention. Every assessment compounds understanding, skill, and performance. Thinking like a high achiever means viewing learning as an iterative process that requires measurement, adjustment, and refinement. Ordinary individuals may avoid evaluation, fearing failure or discomfort, limiting growth potential. High performers embrace feedback, identify weaknesses, and refine approaches to maximize learning efficiency. Every habit of assessment compounds knowledge accuracy, confidence, and speed of mastery. By integrating self-assessment and feedback, they ensure learning translates into actionable results. Ordinary people may miss critical errors or misconceptions, slowing progress. Every reflective habit compounds insight, efficiency, and understanding. By mastering assessment and feedback, you learn faster, achieve more, and consistently improve performance. Another critical factor is habit stacking and integration into daily routines. Millionaires understand that the fastest way to learn more is to embed learning habits into existing daily activities, creating consistency without relying on motivation. Ordinary learners often treat study as optional or separate, which increases friction and reduces adherence. High achievers attach learning sessions to morning routines, commutes, lunch breaks, or evening reflection periods to ensure regular engagement. Every habit stacked compounds over time, producing steady knowledge accumulation and faster skill acquisition. Thinking like a high achiever means strategically linking learning to existing behaviors, making it automatic and sustainable. Ordinary individuals may struggle to maintain routines without this structural support, resulting in inconsistency. Millionaires plan habit sequences that reinforce one another, ensuring momentum and growth are maintained daily. Every integrated habit strengthens discipline, retention, and application. By stacking habits strategically, they maximize the efficiency of time and energy invested in learning. Ordinary people may attempt to force new habits without alignment, increasing friction and reducing success. Every habit aligned with routines compounds knowledge, mastery, and achievement. By mastering habit stacking, you learn faster, retain more, and consistently apply knowledge to real-world results. Finally, high achievers understand the importance of balancing intensity with recovery. They know that overloading the brain leads to fatigue, reduced retention, and diminishing returns, while proper rest and recovery accelerate learning. Ordinary learners often cram, overwork, or ignore mental health, which hinders comprehension and long-term retention. Millionaires integrate breaks, reflection periods, sleep, exercise, and mental relaxation into their learning routines to allow consolidation and high performance. Every recovery period compounds comprehension, retention, and problem-solving ability. Thinking like a high achiever means valuing cognitive energy as a finite resource and managing it strategically to maximize results. Ordinary individuals may overlook recovery, mistaking busyness for productivity, which limits efficiency and mastery. High performers schedule intense focus periods followed by deliberate rest to maintain high-quality learning consistently. Every habit of balancing intensity and recovery compounds learning speed, memory retention, and skill mastery. By integrating rest strategically, they ensure that every learning session produces maximum output. Ordinary people may underestimate the compounding effect of recovery, reducing potential achievement. Every deliberate rest habit reinforces focus, energy, and retention. By mastering intensity and recovery, you accelerate learning, sustain high performance, and achieve more consistently. Another essential principle is the power of consistency and daily learning commitment. High achievers understand that learning is not a one-time effort, but a daily practice that compounds into mastery over time. Ordinary people often study sporadically, relying on bursts of motivation, which slows progress and limits retention. Millionaires commit to learning every day, even in small increments, ensuring that knowledge, skills, and insights accumulate steadily. Every consistent learning habit compounds comprehension, memory, and application, producing faster results and tangible achievements. Thinking like a high achiever means prioritizing learning as a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, making progress automatic and reliable. Ordinary individuals may give up when results seem slow, failing to see the compounding effect of repeated effort. High performers recognize that small, consistent actions create exponential growth over weeks, months, and years. Every repeated session strengthens discipline, focus, and expertise. By committing to daily learning, they transform ordinary habits into extraordinary results, accelerating skill mastery and success. Ordinary people may underestimate the power of consistency, losing momentum and opportunity. Every daily session compounds, producing knowledge, confidence, and tangible outcomes. By mastering consistent learning, you ensure that every effort contributes to rapid achievement and lasting results. Another critical factor is setting measurable milestones and tracking progress. Millionaires understand that knowledge alone is not enough. Tracking learning outcomes ensures focus, motivation, and accountability. Ordinary learners often study without benchmarks, which reduces efficiency, clarity, and retention. High achievers set clear milestones, monitor progress, and adjust strategies to optimize outcomes. Every tracked milestone compounds motivation, skill, acquisition, and confidence, producing faster mastery. Thinking like a high achiever means using progress tracking as a tool to maintain focus, celebrate wins, and identify areas for improvement. Ordinary individuals may ignore feedback or fail to quantify progress, which limits achievement. Millionaires use journals, apps, or metrics to monitor learning, ensuring that effort produces results. Every tracking habit reinforces commitment, accountability, and accelerated comprehension. By monitoring progress, they convert effort into measurable success and faster learning. Ordinary people may overlook milestones, losing direction and slowing advancement. Every evaluated step compounds knowledge, skill, and motivation. By mastering progress tracking, you ensure that every learning session contributes directly to achieving more and faster. Another essential principle is learning from failures, mistakes, and feedback. High achievers know that setbacks are opportunities to accelerate understanding, refine strategies, and improve performance. Ordinary learners often fear failure, avoid challenges, or repeat mistakes without reflection, limiting growth. Millionaires actively analyze errors, seek constructive feedback, and adjust learning approaches to optimize results. Every lesson from failure compounds understanding, resilience, and skill, producing faster mastery and better decision-making. Thinking like a high achiever means reframing mistakes as stepping stones rather than obstacles. Ordinary individuals may view failure negatively, reducing motivation and slowing progress. High performers embrace mistakes as learning opportunities, accelerating problem-solving and skill acquisition. Every habit of learning from feedback compounds insight, retention, and performance. By integrating failure analysis into daily learning, they transform setbacks into catalysts for achievement. Ordinary people may ignore reflection, missing the compounding effect of lessons learned. Every adjustment based on experience compounds mastery, confidence, and results. By mastering learning from mistakes, you achieve faster, smarter, and more sustainable success. Another critical factor is embracing curiosity, exploration, and diverse knowledge. Millionaires understand that learning is not limited to one field. Cross-disciplinary knowledge produces innovation, critical thinking, and accelerated problem-solving. Ordinary learners often restrict themselves to narrow topics, limiting insight and potential. High achievers explore multiple domains, seek new perspectives, and integrate diverse knowledge to enhance comprehension and creativity. Every exploration habit compounds cognitive flexibility, creativity, and problem-solving speed. Thinking like a high achiever means continuously seeking new ideas, methods, and experiences to expand understanding and accelerate achievement. Ordinary individuals may avoid unfamiliar subjects, limiting opportunities for growth and competitive advantage. Millionaires connect ideas across fields, applying insights to solve complex problems or create opportunities. Every habit of curiosity compounds mental agility, mastery, and actionable knowledge. By exploring broadly and connecting insights, they accelerate learning, innovation, and results. Ordinary people may remain in comfort zones, missing compounding benefits of cross-disciplinary learning. Every curiosity-driven habit compounds intelligence, creativity, and achievement. By mastering exploration and integration of knowledge, you learn faster, think bigger, and achieve more consistently. Finally, high achievers understand the importance of action, implementation, and consistent application of learned knowledge. Knowledge alone does not produce results. It must be applied strategically and consistently. Ordinary learners often consume information without taking action, limiting impact and potential. Millionaires convert learning into practical strategies, projects, and decisions that produce measurable results. Every applied lesson compounds skill, confidence, and achievement, accelerating mastery and success. Thinking like a high achiever means treating learning as a tool to produce results, not just an intellectual exercise. Ordinary individuals may postpone application, delaying benefits and slowing progress. High performers integrate knowledge into decisions, behaviors, and projects, turning theory into tangible outcomes. Every habit of application compounds understanding, efficiency, and real-world performance. By acting on what they learn daily, they maximize the return on effort, time, and energy invested. Ordinary people may accumulate knowledge passively, missing opportunities for impact. Every implemented habit compounds skills, results, and influence. By mastering application and execution, you transform learning into accelerated achievement, success, and lasting growth. Congratulations! You've learned powerful strategies to learn faster, retain more, and achieve extraordinary results. And now it's time to turn this knowledge into action. Knowledge alone won't produce results. Deliberate, consistent action does. Subscribe to the Daily Global Motivation channel to get daily tips, strategies, and insights that accelerate learning, boost performance, and create life-changing results. Subscribing ensures you never miss actionable advice that can multiply your success and efficiency. Like this video to commit to your growth, reinforcing discipline, focus, and the habit of daily learning. Every like signals your readiness to implement high achiever strategies for faster progress and mastery. Comment below with the one learning habit you will start today. Sharing your plan builds accountability, engages our community, and inspires others to take action. Share this video with friends, family, or colleagues who want to learn faster, achieve more, and transform their lives. Knowledge shared multiplies impact, creating opportunities for everyone to grow together. Remember, accelerated learning is the key to achieving more in less time. Apply these principles. Define clear goals. Practice active recall. Leverage multiple modalities. Embrace curiosity. Integrate habits into routines, and take consistent action. Every deliberate learning session compounds knowledge, skill, and achievement over time. Start today, commit fully, and make every habit a building block toward faster mastery, higher performance, and life-changing success. By subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing, you're taking tangible steps toward learning faster, achieving more, and creating the life you deserve. Your journey to accelerated success begins now. Every action compounds, producing extraordinary results that multiply over time.